bit more, Master. Slowly come out of meditation, Masters. Now be aware yourself. Now bring awareness to your body. First, aware your toes moving, your fingers moving, Masters. Now bring awareness to your hands. 30 seconds more. Now you're aware, Masters. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Slowly raise your hands and cover your eyes, Masters. Give a few seconds there. Count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Slowly release the hands and open your eyes with a beautiful smile. Thank you very much for Mother Nature and the universe and all the masters who are guiding this beautiful meditation. Thank you, and give big hand of clap to everyone, every masters, everybody. Master, thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, masters, you can on your cameras. Okay, masters, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, come back to your normal position, sir. Okay. Before commencing, my pranam to our Sadguru, Patiji sir, for giving us this wonderful Anapanasati meditation margam from this all of us learning here. And also a pranam to our GK, Gopalakrishnan sir from UK, who have been very kindly introduced our spiritual tablets to us. There's so many masters are still following, and many, many masters who have been guiding us all this while. So today, I just wanted to introduce a very senior master from Chennai. She's from Chennai, but she's very famous in South India. And I know her personally. I've been in Manampadi in Agastya Pyramid last year. And she did a wonderful job with her family members, husband, and the whole family is involved in this mission. So today also she's running. She's very, very busy lady. And I'm very grateful. When I asked her, she immediately said yes. Thank you very much, Master Suneetha ma'am. Thank you very much. You can come to your platform, ma'am. Can you hear me? Suneetha
Yes,
madam?
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, you can on. So this Suneetha madam. So you all know she'll to herself. She's a one. Before that, I'll tell. I don't know what to say about you because I have no words to tell. No, because I heard so many YouTubes in 3 languages. That's in Tamil, in Telugu, and also in English. And your question answers with Patiji sir. which really touched me. So many things I've learned from you. So thank you very much. Today she has come forward, and the topic selected is the real service. When they service means, we all normal service means in spiritual tablet, they got 3 services: social service, then you got a spiritual service, and spiritual science service. Social service, which I was doing for the last 40 years, take care of old folks, welfare, everything, that's social service. They say they get punya. All the way I think that's punya, great service I did. But I never knew this only getting punya only, but you're not going to the highest, to the soul. So second is spiritual service. Spiritual service, that the name of God. Like for example, a lot of churches, a lot of church, everything, they put the name of the God in front, everything, and they do the service for them. That also is good. And finally, we come to a real service, that is social, not social, spiritual science service. That's a real service with our madam and the whole family and all the masters are doing today. And today there's a topic this master is going to touch. Come forward, master. Introduce yourself, please. Thank you.
Sir,
Okay,
my
master.
phone is giving some trouble. It's switching off now and then. Zoom is overheating. Yeah.
Okay. Some or other we can try to. So they all see your face already, So we'll listen to my voice can hear. My voice is clear, ma? Masters, can you hear me? I didn't get your voice. Okay. Anu master will guide you.
Yes, it is clear.
Okay, proceed, ma.
Yes, I'll just speak for a few minutes, and I don't know whether my phone will cooperate with me because it's getting overheated when Zoom is on. I don't know. This is the first time it's happening. Anyhow, namaste to all. Namaste. And my Atma Pranams to Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji, who has introduced this meditation into our life. And we are so fortunate to get connected to Pyramid Spiritual Society's movement. Since 2004, we have been practicing this meditation. So the same message is repeating, like Zoom is overheating your phone and you'll get disconnected. So I think someone else can take over.
I can hear. I think
you
no
can
problem
but
here. Anu, madam, please see my madam. Anu, madam, can you hear me?
Can she restart her phone?
Okay. Proceed, Amma.
She can restart the phone, maybe some application.
Her video is frozen, so maybe internet problem also.
Then, sir, you will have to explain the 3 things, sir, now. She got disconnected.
Oh, disconnected.
Maybe she'll rejoin.
Okay, what about audio? Is it audio okay? Audio. If the video is not all right, can you try the audio?
Before she come, I'll just
shall
you continue? Huh?
Sir, I joined in another phone. My son's
okay,
phone.
very nice, very nice. Beautiful, man.
So thank you. Sorry for the inconvenience. So my life started like right from my childhood. I had faced a lot of health issues, And from 8 months baby, I had a digestion problem. Polio got attacked to me. And so 35 years, I was depending on medicines in my life. And once meditation got introduced to me, so 20 years, since 20 years, no doctor, no medicine life I'm living. And the whole family, we are all doing meditation. I'm so proud to say my mom, dad, children, husband, every one of us, my brothers, everyone are into this service. And we're so happy for that. We all started our journey together. And listening to masters, I felt so happy. Like everywhere, there will be one master who will be always speaking, and everyone will just listen and they will follow. They will feel some connected. But here in Pyramid Spiritual Society, every person, whoever meditates, are sharing their experiences, are speaking their wisdom. And each and every point, whoever speaks, I feel, yeah, this is correct. What they're saying is perfectly correct. So this is how Patriji has trained us right from the day one. So he has given the real essence of spirituality. It's in a very simple way. So I just got connected very immediately to the society and started meditating, took it seriously into my life. And whatever work I do, I used to run my play schools. So every year I used to have 250 kids, all 2.5 to 3 year kids. So everywhere, whatever work I do, I used to implement this wisdom into that. So I designed myself spiritual alphabets, A for Ahimsa. So for those children, I used to teach them A for apple and also A for Ahimsa. So they used to learn that spiritual words right from the childhood. So that is what I felt. That age is the right age to give this wisdom. So I used to create stories, tell them stories related to friendship, related to clean mind and all those things. So they used to just by heart and say, but when they grow up, when these terms come in front of them, they will feel, yeah, I have learned it in my childhood. So the base should be very strong. So that is what I felt, and I introduced all this into my school. And I got Rashtra Vibhushan Award in 2015 in Delhi by Full Face Organization. So spirituality and our real life is not separate. It's one and one. And the first time we saw Patriji, the first word he spoke to us was, organize a class for me. He never asked us, are you meditating? What is your experience? Nothing like that. So he just said, I'm coming to your Chennai. Can you organize a class to me? So that was the first work given to us by Patriji. So Patriji, whenever he sees a person, he doesn't see our physical body. He doesn't see whether we are male or female. He sees our he sees our purpose. So he can identify. So we others don't know who we are, what is the purpose we've taken, but Patriji can easily identify, and he always gives works according to it. So we're so happy and glad and for all these things. And today I'm here to speak about spiritual tablets, and the topic Sir has chosen for me, because Sir said, on which topic you want you're going to speak, madam. So I said, Sir, please choose by yourself. Then he said real service. So it's very, I don't know how you choose the topic for me, Sir. It's very much related to me, and we are experiencing and enjoying this service, spiritual service. So I just love to speak on this topic, and I can share a lot of experiences out of my journey. So thank you for giving me this topic, sir. So service is a very beautiful word which everyone would like to practice or to do it. So everyone wants to do some kind of service, but we don't know what really service means. But we do according to our understanding or according to our soul's evolution or whatever it is, we do some kind of service. So why service is really required in our life is some we need to cleanse our karmas. We need to cleanse our body. We need to cleanse our mind. So in whatever level cleansing should happen, service plays a very important role. So service is a beautiful word which we need to understand it properly and implement it. So in whatever level you do service, some cleansing happens within us, inner cleansing. So this is why service has been given so much of importance. And there is a very beautiful concept which Patriji shared in Ganesha Pyramid, Agastya Pyramid, headquarters of Tamil Nadu, where I used to give my services for 5 years. So there, when a program, Dhyana Yagna was happening, Patriji was telling us a concept. So at that time, he was sharing like Shiva, Parvati, and Saraswati, Brahma, and Lakshmi, and Mahavishnu. So these people resembles some very important things into our life. Each one of us are all avatars of these divine people. So we all play these roles in our day-to-day life. So Patriji was explaining one by one. So Shiva resembles the practice of meditation. See here, whenever we see Lord Shiva, he will be having the posture of this meditative posture. And you can see the Akasha Ganga overflowing from him. So what is it means? He is always having abundance of energy and overflowing it always, like he's sharing through universe. So this is how we should be. So whenever we practice meditation, we are connected to Lord Shiva. So we are ourselves Lord Shiva. That is what Patriji was telling. So when he was talking about Shiva, Patriji said, when I talk about Shiva, I remember this person, how much of meditation they do. So each one, he was representing one master, like whoever. So they do a lot of practice like that. And once we start doing meditation and receive lot of energy, then what happens? That energy is what is called Parvati. So Parvati is nothing but Shakti. So we're filled with energy, cosmic energy, and we're always active and energetic, and we feel so confident of ourselves. Then we resemble Parvati. So Patriji was telling, once we practice meditation, then we become ourselves as Parvati. We transform ourselves as Parvati. So we become a Shakti. So when he was speaking about Shakti, he was referring to some person and some master, and he said, I remember this person when I talk about the Parvati. So he was talking about every person. Then comes when we have enough energy, and then we start learning our lessons. So we observe and we start understanding our life, and so when that understanding comes, it transforms into wisdom, and then Saraswati plays an important role. We become ourselves as Saraswati. So when we understand our life, we understand the essence of our life, and we start understanding what is happening in our life, then we gain a lot of wisdom. So that then we become Saraswati. So like that, every concept when he was speaking, he was referring to some person. Then he spoke about when we have a lot of wisdom for ourselves, whatever we do become a new creation. We do creatively. So whatever work we do, some creation happens there. Then we ourselves become a Brahma. Then Patriji said, once we become a creator, then we get the quality of service. Then, so we don't create anything for ourselves. No, there will not be any selfish motive there. We create something for universal purpose, universal benefit. Then that service is called Lakshmi. So Lakshmi Kataksham. So Lakshmi Kataksham is not abundance of wealth, it is abundance of seva, service. So Lakshmi will always be in service, doing service to Lord Vishnu. Like so, when we see Lakshmi, we have to know that we need to do lot of service. So when he was speaking about this term Lakshmi and service, then he said, I remember Suneetha madam. So I was so shocked. I was so happy when Patriji was saying how much of service she does, how much of work she does. She definitely has Lakshmi Kadaksha. I was really wondering because the perception we see changes. Till that day, I was thinking that I lack Lakshmi Kataksha because the financial things in my life will be only up to the mark. Only for my survival, I will get whatever work I do, whatever. I used to add on so many works. I used to work so many. I used to run my school. I used to do so many extracurricular activities. I used to do insurance. So many things I used to do. But I used to do get only what I require for day-to-day life. So I used to think I have some lack of that quality. But when Patriji said she is having Lakshmi Kadaksha because she is into seva, my perception of seeing Lakshmi changed. So I was so happy when Sir said that words. Then once we become Lakshmi ourselves by doing lot of service, then abundance flows in every manner, in form of health, in form of uh, money, or in form of relations, in form of friends. So whatever it is, so that abundance comes in our way. So once we become Lakshmi, then we become into oneness consciousness, that is Mahavishnu. So this beautiful concept Patriji was for every, yeah. Now you can hear me, sir? For every concept, Patriji was referring one person. So, like that, Patriji always changes our perception of seeing things. And so, I used to think my husband doesn't have responsibility. He doesn't know the family bondage, value of family, all those things. So, I used to think that way. But Patriji changed my perception by saying that, yeah, don't underestimate your husband. He's a great master. So what he said was, suddenly one day he was telling a story. He stopped and he said, he looked at me and said, "Yeah, husband is greater than Rama, isn't it?" He asked me. "Is it, sir?" I was asking him, "Is it, sir?" So he said, "Yeah, he never doubted you. He never sent you to forest. Uh, he's always with you, isn't it?" Yes, then I started thinking, yes, he never doubted me. He gave me all the freedom I wanted, and he never left me alone. He was always with me. So then I said, yeah, he's greater than Rama. So Patriji always changes our perception of seeing things. So like that, the perception of seeing life. So we see always whatever problems we get, we think this problem is coming for this and all those things. But spiritual tablets is showing us in a different way. It changes our perception. It shows us how to look into our life. Why these problems are coming into us. How can we know this? Just by observing our life, like the experiences what we are facing in our day-to-day life, or the dreams we are getting. So just by observing that and making some small changes based on that, by understanding those things, why these things are coming into our dreams, why these experiences are coming into my life, just by observing and understanding them and changing a little bit of our pattern of living, we can come out of a very big problem. This is how these spiritual tablets are formulated. So I really congratulate Dr. G.K. sir for formulating such beautiful spiritual tablets. He's given almost 350 tablets, I think so, and might be more than also. So a beautiful way of seeing things and understanding things, and so they're doing a lot of service by giving lot of counselings and speaking to people and what problems they are facing. So whatever the problem is, So we should understand that the problem has come for us to identify ourselves and turn ourselves into towards spirituality, spiritual journey. So every problem is a gift for us, and we have chosen ourselves in our lives, and we have got it in different times of our life, so that we, even in one place we forget, in another place we remember that we have come here on this earth planet to realize ourselves as soul, and to do this spiritual practice and develop ourselves spiritually. So we are to energize our soul, to learn, gain lot of soul wisdom, and do lot of service to evolve ourselves spiritually. So we have come to this earth planet only for this purpose, but we forget ourselves, we forget our purpose once we enter this physical world. But the soul knows once we come to this physical world, when we enter this earth, we forget our purpose. The soul knows before it comes to this earth, but even then it comes taking it as a challenge. So once it keeps some obstacles here and there, all the karmas what we need to experience and clear, it takes it in parts here and there. And so once we experience that, we clear our karma and we also come closer to our soul. So that is how soul plans so perfectly, and it chooses so many challenges and come to this earth planet. So according to that plan, we face so many problems in our life. So every problem is a awakening to us for a spiritual path. So this we need to understand first. So what spiritual tablets is telling is like how seva is connected to this. That is what we are going to see ourselves. So every service we do, what is really service? We think service means doing it for others. Even though we do it for others, it gives benefit for us. So spiritual, whatever service we do, service is not doing for others, it is doing it for ourselves, for developing ourselves. So there are three levels of services in we can do. So it all these services happens on its own according to the soul evolution. So there are different levels of souls. Like every soul takes birth so many times, isn't it? So there are baby souls, there are infant souls. Infant souls is just born baby like that. So the soul would have taken come to this earth planet, taken this human form for the very first time, might be. And after taking that birth, might be there are a lot of births we have taken. So in this soul evolution, so there are infant souls, there are baby souls, there are mature souls, there are transformed souls, and there are old souls. So in this soul journey, the infant souls and the young souls, the baby souls, will do only social service. So initially they don't know about service at all. They will always be initial births. They will always be very possessive. I need everything. I want everything. So whoever has anything, I need to have that. So they always want to grab, they don't want to give anything. So after taking few births and evolving in that level, they come to understand that so we need to give something to others. So giving, they learn the art of giving there. So once they start giving whatever they have, that is the food they have, so they start giving, they start sharing with others. Then they start food distribution, people, those who don't have. So one first, initially it starts like everything starts step by step only. Nothing happens like a miracle in our life. So step by step, all these services come. So the people give food, people donate clothes, people donate blood donations, and people also donate so many things like cow, Godana, and so many things people start donating. So like this, social service first comes initial level of soul evolution. Social service only will be there. So people do a lot of social service and they feel some happiness, they feel some satisfaction. And this happiness and satisfaction will always motivate them to do more and more service. So once they start doing service, the soul evolves and and in that evolution, then they come into spiritual service when the soul is little matured and try to understand that there is nothing mine. So everything is given by that God or gurus or some spiritual force. So it is by universe. It is given to me by universe. So I am giving it back to uh, people. So whatever I am sharing is not mine. So I am sharing it because it has been given to me, and so I am having it. So I am sharing it. So their mine will not be there. So otherwise, what will happen? So everywhere we will think, I am giving my food, I am giving my clothes, I am giving my this thing. So my will be there in the initial stages. Once we evolve, what will happen? That my goes, and you will think you will be as a third person. So something is given to me, and I am giving it. So here my is gone, but I is there. I am doing something, and we are for gaining some punya or some good should happen to me, some blessing should come. So like that, we expect something and we do this service. So this is called spiritual service. We do on the name of God. We do service. We think we donate for temples, we donate for ashrams, and we think our name should be written and name should be told there, and some appreciation we expect, and we expect some punya to come to us. So expectations will be there in spiritual service. Then once we start doing this service more and more, but here we should understand more and more will also lead to some misguidance. So we should know how much of things should be done and how much should not be done also. We should be very aware when we are doing this service. So next comes spiritual science service. Whenever our soul becomes old soul, that is the we come into oneness consciousness. We understand that we are a soul, and we understand that we are all one. So there is nothing different called I and you. So whatever is there, we will keep, we want to share. Here, what happens when we are sharing material things? So this understanding will not come. So when this, how does this spiritual science service start is when we share our wisdom. So there is a beautiful concept told by Patriji, 9 gems of wisdom. So he always says about Jnana Navaratna. So in that, the last one is, so Dhaname Dharmam Dharmame Punyam. So when we do dana, only then it is called dharma. When that dharma is performed, then we get attained moksha. So then what should be given as dana? What should we give to others is, it is not materialistic things. It is not it is not food or money or anything of this kind. It is only wisdom which has to be given as dana. So whatever the understanding you have, whatever the happiness you are experiencing, whatever the wisdom you have, that you will have to share. Because if you give food, again the person will feel hungry, and again he will depend on others. If you give clothes, for some time it will work for him, again he'll depend on others. If you give education, so again he will want something else and he will depend. So the dependency should not be there. Always we should live independent. We should not depend on anyone. So on all levels we are depending. If not on persons, we are depending on God. God, give me this. God, give me that. So, oh God, my son needs some job. oh God, give me that. So somewhere or the other, we are depending on others. So without depending on others, if we want to live on our soul energy, on our soul wisdom, so independently, if you want to grow and evolve, then this wisdom alone helps us. So to develop this wisdom, only practice of meditation helps us. So only teaching meditation to others is called spiritual science service. There is nothing else we can give to anybody. So if we want to really help someone, if we want to, if we wish that uh, Sukino, what is that we tell? Sarve Jana Sukino Bhavantu. We always want everyone to be happy, everyone to be blissful. So we want that, but we don't know how to give this to the world. So just by teaching meditation, just by asking them to close their eyes and observe the breathing, that alone will help them to to realize their soul, to know their purpose, and to live on their to live independently and to depend on their soul energy. So they can come out in any level, they can come out of their problem and they can lead a happy life. So this alone is called spiritual science service. So this service has to be done. So people who have reached to the uh, soul evolution level, that is old soul level, will always have to do this spiritual science service only, even after reaching to this, because once the word meditation is heard by these ears, then we should understand that our soul is ready for that. We have become the old soul, or else that word itself will not be heard with our ears. So once the word meditation is coming into our life, it is reaching us, then the soul is ready for that. That is the understanding we need to get. So we have to start understanding that we need to practice meditation, we need to teach meditation. That is why Patriji also, always insists that only one day you are a student, the next day you are master. Start teaching people. So the teaching meditation is the highest service we can do. So even without saying that do this service, the so many things will come to you. Even without telling that, Patriji, just start telling whatever you have learned, share it to others. He has given all the freedom to us. So if you know A, teach A. If you learn B and you teach A. If you know AB, you teach AB and you learn C. So that is the freedom he has given to us. The day when we close our eyes and observe our breath, we get some experience. Might be we get a thoughtless state, or else we get on so many thoughts are coming, or we feel sleepy, or we are not able to sit, or we get pain. All these are experiences. So you can share this experience. I did meditation, I closed my eyes, I observed my breath. This thing has happened to me. You can share that. So the next day you are master. That is what Patriji has told us. So what is meant by that? Do service, do seva, start doing service. So it is not that teaching meditation means we are masters, we are something great. So we have to start sharing. So that is what is called service. So without even knowing all these things, we have been doing. So we are into this journey, into this beautiful journey. So every master has whom we are calling as gods, like Krishna or Buddha or Jesus, have done this practice. They have done so much of sadhana, and Lord Shiva, Hanuman, or Muhammad. So every one of them have done a lot of practice, and they have done given their wisdom as books, and they have left Bhagavad Gita and what do you call Bible, and on so many books they have written. And so the people who have done a lot of practice, they have shared their wisdom and they have gone, they didn't do so they seva to people. They have not given anything else. They have given only their wisdom through writing the books, through their books. So this is what we need to do. We have to practice ourselves, lot of meditation, and know the purpose of our life, why we have taken this birth, cleanse our body, cleanse our mind, cleanse our etheric, karmic body, and we have to reach our soul, and we have to reach our soul purpose. And then we get connected to the universal purpose and we'll be part of that. So all these things will happen very fast when you do start doing service. So Patriji says, when we do meditation for ourselves, when we practice meditation for ourselves, so we gain energy, and all our body ailments will go. So this is only 1% of the benefit we are getting through meditation. But when we do service, other 99% of the benefit we will get. So service will give us 99% of benefit. So service is really very important for us. So once we come to understand once we start doing meditation, then we need our responsibility is only to do spiritual science service, not social service, because we have completed all that in so many lives. After that only we have entered into spiritual service. So many lifetimes we did spiritual service. And now this lifetime we have taken part to do spiritual science service only. So all pyramid masters are doing meditation and teaching meditation. That is why there are so many masters in our pyramid spiritual society. You can't find these many masters anywhere else. So day one, I got impressed by seeing these masters only. I saw Patriji after 6 months only, but I saw masters first. How much of service they are doing? They why are different masters? I will speak about Dr. G.K. sir. So he started his journey when he was in Karnool. He met Patriji. He learned meditation. He could have practiced it for himself and he could have lived. But he traveled to so many states, to so many countries, and he is learning different languages. He is formulated this spiritual tablets. So each one is doing services in different way and in macro level. It's not in micro level. No pyramid master is doing small works. Each one of them are doing in so many multi-dimensional level. So I'm so grateful that I'm part of Pyramid Spiritual Society. I have learned this meditation. Day one I have learned, I have started teaching. So I was born in Andhra Pradesh and I traveled to Tamil Nadu due to my dad's business, even while I was studying. So half of my education happened in Andhra, half of my education happened in Tamil Nadu. So I was wondering why like this, because I don't know pure Telugu, I don't know pure Tamil, I don't know pure English, I don't know pure Hindi. So I know all the languages, but not completely. So everything half up. So I was thinking why all these things are happening in my life. There are only question marks in my life before meditation. But after doing meditation, I got all my questions answered and a beautiful life I'm living. So nothing changed in my life. My husband is the same. My family is same. My financial position is same. But even then, I'm not crying now. Before I used to cry a lot inside. And now that crying has vanished in my life. So I'm always smiling, always sharing whatever I know, happily enjoying my life. So wherever I get an opportunity, I never leave even a single opportunity. So once what happened, I got there was some session happening. Patriji's program was there. I had to go and attend. I was planning to go and I had planned. Everything was planned. just before 2-3 days, some call came to me and they asked that, Madam, can you please come to teach us meditation? So the same time when Patriji's program was there, they were asking that particular time only to teach meditation. Then I just thought for a second, what will I do? I had Patriji's session, but I said, okay, I will come because when they are calling and asking, I shouldn't deny. I said, I will come. Then after that, I went to the class, I finished the class, and after Patriji called me later. So I told Patriji, sir, this has happened. So I was planning, I was about to come to the session, but I was not able to come. Someone called and asked to come and teach meditation. So I went there. Patriji said, perfect, madam. So what he said, even if you have a chance of 99% to learn, and if you have 1% of chance to teach, you have to give importance to that 1%. Might be it is not that important, but if one person comes and asks you to teach meditation and you have to learn something 99% important it is, but the importance should be given only to that 1% of teaching, not for learning. So that is how much importance Patriji is giving for service. So these are the and he will clear my doubts and he will say what I'm doing is correct. So thank you very much for giving this opportunity for me. I don't know whether I have shared what you really require. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Master. Ma'am, it's really wonderful. Actually, beautifully explained your experiences, and the messages are very nicely conveyed. I hope all the masters have got beautiful answers today.
Yes.
With permission, Anu Master, shall I continue a little bit? I must get Anu Master the co-host, you know. She's the boss today. Shall I continue, Master Anu?
Oh, yes, yes, sir. Go ahead.
Okay. Just only just concept of it. Master Suneetha has given a beautifully explained about the real service and explained the all different types of services and the experience with Patriji. That's a wonderful thing, you know. The experience with Patriji is a wonderful thing, and it said, and she emphasized the real service. That is what's called social, not social or spiritual science service. And said you'll get 99% benefit after that. It's very true, you know. And service is very important. And here I just want to touch one example, you know, which I understood when Patriji comes to Malaysia. This real incident, you know. He used to come and stay in one of the very senior, what you call master's house. So every time he comes and stays there. And then, and this master, he always takes Patriji around, and he asks, he's one arranges, organizes all the things. So organizing everything is very good. This master, I don't mention the name. The master is very good organizing everything, you know? And then Patriji is very happy with him. But her wife complained to Patriji, my husband never does enough meditation. You know? He'll be running here, running there, doing this work, that work. What is service only doing? He's not doing it meditation, little meditation. So he said, don't worry, Amma. Your husband doing a wonderful job. He's doing service. That's the highest. It's more than enough. If we don't do meditation, it doesn't matter. I think that master is also in today's our platform is that Patriji told him personally. So this I want to tell you what's the importance of service. Patriji personally told the wife, don't worry of it. He's doing wonderful service. He's doing service. That's the highest.
Yes.
So masters, that's a real service. That's what you all doing. When I was in Tiruvannamalai, when I was in Agastya pyramid, I met you and the family, everything. I'm really happy because the whole family is involved. So the great service doing. Here, one thing I wanted to share with the masters. Service means not only teaching is very, very important. Always Patriji just do Loka Kalyanam for the universe. Lord, universe, there's so many things like building pyramids. Like Patriji, from where he got so many mega pyramids is made. From where? All service, no? And he said, then there's one of the sessions, in USA, when we are having the platform, one master was asking this question to Dr. GK, He said, like, because he can't come personally and do all the service, all we are far away and all. He said, it doesn't matter what you can afford, you can do it. You can do it in a Zoom. Zoom also is a service. Teaching meditation, Zoom also is a service. And you're teaching other people a service. And he said, now, say for example, you're learning a little bit there. Wherever some projects are going on, give financially, it's also service. It's a fantastic thing. That means service means even you can afford. I got a little bit money. I got some pension. I got money. What I'm going to do? Okay, whatever I have, a certain percentage I give for these projects. So many projects. That's a beautiful thing, masters. So that's why service means not only teaching alone. So many other things are already involved. So it's beautiful. That's why I have heard this service about 40 years ago, master. At that time, I don't know Patriji. My guru says, he said, serve, love, give, meditate, and realize. That's his religion. It's not So Shivananda, my guru, he said, serve, love, give, meditate, and realize. Now what Patiji is doing is that service is very, very important. So this all we have been by the universe as giving us some information now, some knowledge, continuously, slowly giving us. We don't know. Now only we realize all these masters come for same purpose, masters. So thank you very much. A wonderful session. I'm really very happy about it. Wonderful. And any masters, you wanted to share anything with Master Nitha, please come forward, masters. It's my pleasure. You all, anybody to ask anything, please ask, please. We are all a family,
I just wanted to appreciate Master Sunitha because you don't have to feel bad that your English or Telugu is bad. Because I also, like you, from Hyderabad, born and came to Bangalore, and I settled here. Neither Kannada nor Telugu. Of course, Telugu is okay, fine for me, but then English is good. And I appreciate that last point, whatever you told. Of course, it attracted me more. 1% chance of giving a meditation to anybody or serve to anybody. You do that as a first priority.
Yes.
Can I share one of my experiences, sir,
Yes,
with your
please.
permission? Actually, when went to US for, of course, the normally in 98 and all, that Y2K problem was there and people were going there and getting the jobs and bringing to India. So I was one of the team members, and where one of the guys, who was handing over the job, the moment he looked at us, he became very furious, saying that you are snatching my job. And then he scolded us and he never spoke to us. Then, of course, I have been doing teaching meditation at that time in 98. Then what it so happened, subsequently within 2-3 days of time, another batch of people, those who are losing their job, they were very depressed. And I said, I will teach you meditation. Please don't get depressed. When I taught the meditation to them, all the 3 or 4 of them got some bright light, and then calmness, and then peace, whatever they had. They felt very elated. And they also realized that even if we lose this job, we get a better job. So this happens like that when we are really teaching somebody and something and all. And added to that, when we are taking this kind of a classes, presentation and all, when people are asking different questions, the answers come to you from somewhere else, from the universe, and our guru will speak through us without our knowledge. So it's really the live example of Patriji speaking, or his words speaking through whoever is presenting here. It's really good. Keep it up, and you have done a wonderful job today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Master. Very beautifully explained. Thank you. Any other masters?
Thank you very much. Suneetha ji has a very, very energetic speech. and it's really wonderful. Both of you, even Subramaniam sir also. It's give delight to us. We are so much delightful after listening to both of you, and Rao sir also. So the meeting is very energetic and nice. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anuma. Thank you very much, Master.
Thank you, Arna Masterji.
Thank
Always
you,
you have been
Samantha.
appreciating me.
Nice to you. Okay, Masters. Any Masters, anything you always can share, please?
Thank you for a lovely talk, ma'am. And
Okay, I have one question, Master. Okay, why do we call spiritual science service? Normally, we call spiritual meditation or spiritual service. But now, the first time I'm hearing spiritual science meditation or spiritual science service. Why we use the word science there? Thank you, Master.
Sir, I couldn't get what sir has spoken.
No, the word science, no, you have included the word science inside.
Yes.
Spiritual science.
Spiritual
Okay.
science.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, why do we use the word science in the spiritual service? I mean, in this.
What is spiritual science service is, spiritual science itself means the wisdom, sir, the self-wisdom. So it's we have to do, everything has to be looked in a scientific manner. So spiritual science is the soul wisdom. So whatever work done to awaken the soul is called spiritual science service. So there, I and mine will not be there. So we just do service in oneness consciousness, like what like Krishna has said, nishkama karma. So we don't expect anything, and we also feel happy that we are all growing together. We are all sharing each other. So they are sharing their happiness. We are sharing hers. So it's all only about sharing. That is called spiritual science service. So we can do it in different ways. We can, as sir has said, we can organize classes, or we can speak ourselves, or we can print brochures, or we can support financially, or we can organize programs and ignas. So something like that. So whatever we do to awaken this spiritual part of other person, for awakening that, whatever is done is called spiritual science service. Even a brochure will awaken some person's this thing. So even printing brochures is called spiritual science service. Talking about meditation, vegetarianism, not harming others. So all these things are called spiritual science service.
Okay, just one more question. Maybe I
So
didn't
can
What's
I
the
add
difference?
something to
Yes,
this?
please. Proceed, sir.
So the Shastra, have you heard of the word Shastra? Shastra is science. Okay, our Puranas also, there is a names for the Shastras, whatever. That means it is in an order, whatever is written is called the Shastra. That means something like a rule book. Now, when we ask somebody to do the meditation, the questions will come why, how. Now, when we say that the spiritual and the science, when we add the word science to that. So, Ratnam sir, please correct me if my understanding is of your question. Why the science is added to the word spiritual and the spiritual services? Am I right? That is the question you are asking. So, here when we say that when we have to do the meditation, what happens? The energy flow, which is not visible. Again, the energy is only the felt. And then when the people start asking the question, we have to explain to them in a systematic way to the person who is doing the meditation or whoever is trying to understand it in a systematic way. So that's where the name, the science has been added, particularly after the English ruled India and surrounding nations like all our nations. Our Purana, old education system has gone out where the Vedas and Shastras reading and understanding has gone and the name, unless the people started believing, unless it is proven with the results, they will not come and forward and do anything that we preach or teach. As an elders, if they say something, always we used to be a rebellion. Why we have to do, how we have to do. This kind of a questions will come. For that, the science is the one which also answers the questions in a systematic way. That's where the spiritual science, the word term came into the being.
Adhyatmika Shastra, it is put in Sanskrit, Adhyatmika Shastra.
Yes, yes.
Seva. So, everything
Is that
has a
question clear,
scientific
sir?
reason
Is the
at the back.
answer?
Yeah.
Is that answer, does it answer your question, sir, Ratnam, sir?
No, okay. What's the difference between spiritual service and spiritual science services? What's the difference between these two?
Master, can I explain that a little bit, sir?
Okay.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. You see, here got social science, spiritual science, and spiritual. The third one.
Social
So,
service.
social science.
Social service. One
Social
is
science.
social service.
Kana, pina, suna. You
Yes.
you give that food, shelter, and clothing. That's got the old folks. I was doing the old folks welfare. I was doing social service. Now, spiritual service, here, one of my friends was asking that he has a lot of money and he opened what he call a place in South India, and a lot of old folks, a lot of people, poor people, everything, giving food, science, everything, they're providing a house, everything now, no? So he said, on the name of the Guru, a Guru or God said, that was a master, ma'am was telling just now, no? Say like churches, they do a lot of social service, but under the name of Jesus Christ or Mother, whatever it is, no. So that means spiritually they're doing something, but still they're using the same thing, Kana Pina Suna only. So that's called spiritual service. But here, spiritual science service, that as Dr. Rao was telling, is that this is social service, wisdom. The wisdom is given by teaching, so it's highest. So that's why it's not a science. So, Master Ratnam sir, do you understand now this?
Spiritual
Can
service is spiritual service. The word spirituality has been wrongly understood as religious or devotion. So
Yes,
those services are called spiritual services. But on a soul level, when we do service, it is called spiritual science service, because it is what is called Adhyatmika Shastra. So all the
wisdom.
spiritual science is speaking about only soul. So when the services are done to awaken a soul, then it is called spiritual science service.
Yeah, but what are the components? What are the components of spiritual science service?
Evolution of the soul, sir.
Can I
It's
add
only the soul.
something?
Evolution of the soul.
Can I add something, sir?
Sure, please, ma, come in.
Yeah. There is 3 type of service: social service, then spiritual service, and then spiritual science service.
Yes.
So first, social service also not start as everybody is not doing social service also. People are living for themselves only. They don't want to do any social service also. But first, when they start giving social service, that means they are becoming compassionate and they are start doing that. So their personality is opening up for the service. Then social service means they are giving food to some poor people or something like that, physical, financial help or something like that. But then next stage is social service. Social service is what you said, like in the temple, in the church, and doing all these things, helping in the social kind of puja and all. That is. Then in that also, Bhakti Marg also comes in the social service. Bhakti Marg means if suppose you are doing puja and all, so that you are doing physically, and that also called as social service also. But third stage will be social science service, is to awaken your soul. for your own soul. That when you are doing the social science service, that is the highest. So in these three stages, first comes social service, second is social spiritual service, and the highest is the spiritual science service. So I think what I can simplify the thing, kind of. Maybe
Yeah,
it is.
quite clear.
Now you got master? You got the
Yeah,
answer
quite
already?
clear. Yeah, thank you.
Uh,
Thank you. Thank you.
okay, masters. Thank you very much for a wonderful session.
Somebody
shall we
raised a
do
question, sir.
anything?
Somebody
Any
raised,
masters?
somebody raised a
Then,
hand, Vanisri.
Varanasi, Hyderabad,
And
please.
and there is another question in the chart also. One can answer this.
Please, Anu master. See the chart. There was a question.
So let us ask Vani ma'am first. She has a question.
What question is that? Vanisri,
Ma'am,
Hyderabad. You just read the question, miss, from the, because I'm using a smartphone.
No, sir. Actually, I'm not asking any questions right now. Just I would like to add something else, to differentiate between spiritual service and spiritual science service and, other kinds of services. Actually, what I think is, really there are three types of services. Social service, usually when baby soul comes to the earth, it starts serving the world through this one, through social service. This is for own satisfaction, and when we help others, we get some kind of punya, or we get some kind of benefit. Then once they keep on doing that, they will get into the stage where they could do service to the master who lives in ashram. That is nothing but Sharanagati Seva. Actually, when they do Sharanagati Seva, actually they surrender to the master, whoever they believe, and they start doing everything to please their master. That is nothing but Sharanagati Seva. Then once the master is pleased, actually he or she, basically they put the disciple on the right way, and they slowly help them to go on spiritual service. So when they do spiritual service, usually it is going to be selfless service, and they will start thinking about the soul. Then actually the particular person, he or she, they will come to know that it is, actually body is part of the soul, but soul is not part of the body. So it is the main thing. So we came here as soul. Then we need to awaken the soul. That's the purpose of the life. So slowly, actually, they come into spiritual service, and they start doing service without expectation. And basically, in my opinion, spiritual service, the motto of the spiritual service is to expand the consciousness. They will come to know that, once they get into the service, they get lot of satisfaction, self-satisfaction and soul satisfaction. So they don't do anything for the sake of the money or anything, but their main purpose is to expand the consciousness of their own self and others also. So spiritual science service is the main thing that helps others to awaken their souls, and they will put others also on the path of service, and they will be ready to achieve their soul purpose. That's what I think. Thanks for giving this opportunity. Thank you all.
Thank you for giving the Very nicely explained, madam. It's true.
Actually, two questions are asked in the chat, sir. Two questions are asked in the chat. So, did I face any problem? I mean, challenges while doing services? Surely, there will be a lot of challenges when we come out to do service. But whatever it is, challenges are always good to for us to learn more and more. When we come to do come forward to do big works, like we are having a mega project called headquarters for Tamil Nadu. We are supposed to construct a mega pyramid. So there are team of people working there for that cause. So yeah, everyone comes with a different background. So our thoughts will not mesh, and we have lot of different opinions while working, so we don't feel comfortable there. But even then, we need to go further. So we should go for a common cause. So Patriji was telling all these works we take up only to learn one lesson, that is called one is to increase group consciousness, to come into group consciousness, how to work as a family. So this is the main lesson what we need to learn. So that is how Patriji always encourages us to go forward. So surely when we come into service also, we need to face a lot of challenges in different levels. But even then, we should never get back. We should not never get low. We should just keep going, moving on. Whatever is there, whatever the things we can do, we have to do our part and just give space for others to work on their own. So this is how we have to come together and work together and learn lessons and increase our group consciousness. So very good question raised. Thank you for that. And one more question was, how can we balance our personal growth and service? So when we do service, how will be our personal growth? We don't need to care about that at all. Just keep doing service. Whatever need to happen will happen on its own. Every growth might not be seen by us. So, but inner changes, inner transformations will be happening. So just keep doing service. That's it. No balancing things here. Just keep doing service. Whatever you can, you just keep doing.
Okay, Master.
So these are the two questions asked in chat. So I think I have answered them.
Yes, Masters, very nicely. Interactions very beautiful. Any other questions, Masters? Shall we conclude? Okay, Masters. We just have a 2 minutes meditation by concluding. Anu, Master. We do 2 minutes meditation. Just sit comfortably where you are. Cross your legs. Clasp your hands. Slowly close your eyes. Observe your breath, Masters. Only 2 minutes. Who attended this beautiful session. We also extend our gratitude creation and all Mother Nature and universe and all the masters and guiding us in this nice and united. Thank you very much to everybody. The 1 minute for the masters in the world. Just be in silence. Again, thank you very much to everybody. Now, before concluding, we extend our thanks to Master GK sir for this wonderful session he has initiated for the last few months. Thank you very much, Masters. Now slowly, raise your hands and cover your eyes, Masters. 5 minutes, 5 seconds, please. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Slowly release the hands and open the eyes. Beautiful smile, Masters. Thank you very much for the wonderful session. Thank you very much. Mother Nature, the universe, the Masters guiding us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Amma, again. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. All the Masters today had a wonderful session. I'm really grateful to ma'am. You did a wonderful job today. And all the Masters also interacted very, very well. Thanks to everyone, Masters. Thank you again. So we see definitely, we'll call you again and again.
Yes,
So,
sir.
Master.